Opie's wife hurt him when he was at the gym. She did much more than weightlift. This workout plan wasn't accepted. My wife's gym addiction is killing our marriage. My 30-year-old wife has always exercised and been fit. I think it's too much. She frequented a gym in college. Sometimes she quit the gym. Due to her busy schedule, she prefers home workouts or outside runs. She promised to return to the gym 18 months ago. With a job, she had more time to work. It started fine, but became increasingly frequent. She agreed to attend class Saturday and Sunday. She began daily gym attendance. It became every morning before work and nighttime. Every day. She exercises when anxious. Have you struggled? Her gym visit is immediate. After the battle, he hurries to the gym. She's almost 4 months pregnant. We're lucky we had time to have a child. I know she can work out because she did so often before pregnancy, but she's not cutting back on her intensity. If she skips a session, she becomes upset like a heroin addict. Quite unusual. The definition of too much good is shown here. I tell her it's a hazardous habit and that I miss her because she's always there for me, but she gets upset. Out of everyone in that group, she enjoys her buddies more than me. Work out in the gym together. She says gym time. It bothers me because she's in terrific shape and I'm not. I exercise to stay fit. I want a break but can't. Work requires fitness. I'm sure her gym routine is unhealthy. Start with her excessive exercise. Kind of like that. I think she's using it to escape her real life. She never fixes her problems. End of story. She promptly goes to the gym to feel better. She doesn't do much else because she goes to the gym often. I must finish everything and cook now. She doesn't have to do them all, but we should try. People we know have told me. Some say she looks different and exercises a lot. Her family and friends see her less. Some say she's seeing someone else besides him. Tell me if this sounds right. This suits her, she says. The group will share their opinions. First, I think she exercises to relieve tension. She probably always wanted to be in charge and has trouble letting go now. At the gym, you rule always. For the same reason leaders prefer weightlifting. Yeah, she's someone who is really stressed out about life, always upset. Work stress has nearly caused her to break down several times. She joined the gym after these folks advised her to exercise to manage her stress. Someone else speaks. It's one thing to suspect an affair. I think this is more likely. I thought of myself when I saw this post. I sometimes worked out for 2 hours. Every week I ran 30 to 40 miles. I'd be upset if I didn't run or someone disrupted my plans. Tomorrow I'd have to make it up, which would be sad and stressful. Before exercising, I can't appreciate anything. She seems into working out from what you mentioned. She feels in control at the gym. This may be due to pregnancy and physical changes. It's an obsession like OCD, therefore. She'll need to work out more to achieve that high. She may be preparing for the finest baby lift while exercising. She could say it now while she can. A pregnant woman's body alters drastically. She may feel like she can only go to the gym now. After the baby comes, you'll both be changing diapers, so you won't sleep much. Why not start gymming now? Changes. My wife's gym addiction is killing our marriage. Changes. My wife likes the gym, as I noted recently. A necessity. There she spends most of her leisure time. She leaves twice a day, maybe 3 if we quarrel at night, and she has to leave instead of talking to me. We're gym-averse. Her gym is hers, mine is mine. That's her ideal situation currently. Wish she could join me. I've invited her several times. She is 18 weeks pregnant, our first child. Even before she was pregnant, she exercised a lot. Her betrayal wasn't obvious. I laughed at the last thread's mention. She appears to exercise frequently. She looks fantastic. Her trip is confirmed. I posted 9 days ago without thinking about cheating. I regret saying she was reliable too soon after reading many of the comments on my last post. Without intending to, she left her phone behind. She put it on the kitchen table. Even though it hurt, I quickly read her texts. She was discussing technology with a man. She talks about that guy at the gym, so I knew his name. She attended a wedding last fall with many of her friends. I wasn't scared before reading the novels. I didn't want to see the guy's dick before. Her being the only one who left the room for a minute or two forced me to scroll rapidly. I was furious. I was astonished and asked her what was up. She yelled at me for looking at her phone. I told her gym obsession drove me insane. I felt awful for looking when I knew I wouldn't discover anything. Nothing, she said. Not nothing to me. She looked interested in his nothing. I wondered if she kissed him. For how long? She stated so. Anger drove me to smash her phone on the ground before leaving the house. I damaged her phone and she called me names. It hit me hard in the back, left. I visited my brother. Brother and sister-in-law were shocked. She thought it was odd that my wife was often at the gym, especially with my sister-in-law. I headed home. She lamented in bed. She could not call me or anybody else. She wore it thickly. I doubt you'll return home. Rest. I took her phone to men tonight. I regret breaking her phone, even though she didn't deserve it. I don't know its depth. She will only describe what I witnessed. Did they text? Bad enough or worse? She won't give me her phone, and is trying to make me look guilty for breaking it. I wanted to body smash her after she punched me. Not my greatest time. I never did it to her and never will. Let's hear local opinions. Okay, everything is awful and will get worse. Find out what's going on now. Your wife is definitely cheating. Has a body. She sends and receives more than photos. She had been lying about it for a while and still is. What you saw on her phone is just the start. Your final post and her insistence on having her own gym suggests that was before she got pregnant. This makes sense for the infant and your fatherhood. She lied to you previously and will again. What matters now is how huge and awful the lies are. Consider it feasible. Remember, you didn't think she could date another person a few days ago. She wasn't upset at you in bed. Because she was afraid of herself and your discovery, she cried. This selfish woman doesn't care about you. Do not ruin her tears. Crocodile tears. This is bad. 5-alarm fire terrible. You can only decide how to react to her actions. Your strength has returned. Get all her phone records, social media accounts, and deleted texts now. Only revealing the truth makes this important. Not to protect this. Allow nothing to affect you. Things won't improve until they're bad. I hoped not, but you can't always trust people. It appears you and your boyfriend are moving in. Not ready to admit it. You could prevent your troubles by going to the gym alone instead of seeing a therapist with your partner, right? See why she wants to focus on squats so badly. Strong legs help you escape a conflict. It makes you wonder if her baby is yours. I'd rather not say. Changes. Maybe no one will read my page posts, but I don't want to post in a forum. My wife urged me to skip work today to chat. She spent all day in bed yesterday trying to make me feel sorry for her. I ignored her because I had to depart for my family's Super Bowl party. I didn't want to travel or be with her at home. My departure affected her deeply. It's unfair that they left for a party. Today I remained home to talk to her after days of texts like, "Who just leaves like that when something like this is going on?" She cried lots. She's sorry much. She stated she exercises twice a day because she enjoys it. Her pals are there. She's pleased. She enjoys it. The person she met there flirted with her. Everyone likes him. What a cool dude. I didn't know cool people went to clubs. She told him she flirted back but failed. She flirted slowly at first, but he made her feel good, so she did it without thinking. She stated she thought they texted when she was younger and had a crush. They started as pals. She adored his words even though they didn't have sex for months. They loved each other, but she said she was married and they couldn't be together. He kept playing with her and adding, "Sure, let's not go too far." She stated she fought it, but they kissed nonetheless. Though she liked it. She thought it was wrong. She must not have been upset because she slept with him for the first time that night. She compared it to her first love. He was always on her mind. Does she adore him? She's unaware? A child of mine? He may have it. Even though she feels it's hers. She doesn't think it's his child despite sleeping together before she got pregnant. A condom was always used. I adore her. She can't stop their tremendous spark. She's unsure if she loves him. She doubts it's my child. Not sure why she did that. No idea what to do. You wouldn't really leave me if it's not your baby, would you? Sealed the deal. That question was daring of her. I informed her I was leaving because I wouldn't parent another's child. She appeared shocked. Really? She asked. You wouldn't even think about all our history? No way. I told her I wouldn't consider it. She consented to DNA testing. She eagerly agreed. Should I feel sorry for her? Not familiar with her. Not because she was sorry or sad, she cried the whole time. Cried for her and made me feel awful. Why are you sad? That her heart appears torn. We should hear more from others. She provided all the information you needed to make the appropriate decision, which is good. Her words, and what was already known made it plain you cannot stay with this person. Though the child is yours, you shouldn't stay married. Co-parenting is better than living with someone. Despite the pain, it's fantastic that she removed the fear that comes with this. Take action now that you know, but it won't be easy. You may never have worked so hard. However, you now realize terminating this marriage is right. She messed up my life, but I don't feel anything right now. Her infidelity was terrible enough, but she couldn't stop when she got pregnant. I might have left otherwise. Maybe I can do it. I won't know until the test results arrive. She believes it's my child. Then I'll constantly have to deal with her. Separated people will parent my child. Jim Bike will be mom. She may move in with family. Bring my child. But then she couldn't be near the gym guy who makes her feel good and FS her. It was amazing and exhilarating, so I understood her. She made me loathe being a dad, even if this isn't my kid. If this isn't my child and I can ignore it, how could I not consider it when I have my own? Happy to have this youngster with her. I was excited even though it wasn't planned. Name selected. Many things have happened to me. She does this to me now? No matter their dad. That includes this. Unfortunate kid. I'm sorry, Op. Consider the world's events. Interestingly, you must guess the dad. You got a poor hand. She doesn't appear sorry for cheating. She regrets being caught. Games are fun until your partner cheats. But she wouldn't tell you it might not have been yours, Op. I hope you know. She wanted to avoid pregnancy alone. Changes. My wife moves in with a repairman. Care for each other. My life is now a daytime trashy talk show. My once classy wife has become a jerk. She announced her move-in with a gym repair partner today. She will soon give birth. Maybe mine or his? She feels self-conscious and doesn't want a DNA test. She urged me to be hers for a week and tried to talk to me. I didn't believe anything. I didn't pay her much attention. And didn't talk long. Even though we've lived together, I'm leaving her and never working with her again. That failed. She pouted for my attention and a gold star for not attending to the gym for 5 days. She texted me today about moving in with him. Still, I care about this guy. I've consulted a lawyer. Even though we're not married, I care about her as a person and mother. Hearing her say she'd be with him stung. I advised her not to leave the house. I advised her to consult a lawyer. Nothing seems to bother her. I doubt she needs a roommate. Her inability to be alone saddens me. Since she indicated he didn't know she was pregnant, I asked her what tale she's been giving him. She said he doesn't care that it's her child. He loves her and wants her. Odd. That he can't locate anyone else. Unmarried parent with child? Why do that? Not getting it. Although scum, he looks good and has a job and a place to live. That implies you can't say my married, pregnant wife is your only option. I doubt that guy would want to deal with all that if he wasn't single and had other plans. If this child is mine, what happens? They'll live with my wife and this weasel half the time. How did things go so bad? Why does she think getting blood extracted is important? Changes. DNA testing is fine with my wife. My wife moved in with her dating partner last weekend. It cost her little. This residence holds most of her belongings. I didn't talk to her after she departed. I guess she waited for me to urge her to come home. A odd mix of delighted, crazy, and sad. I don't remember eating before last night. I was never hungry. I drank too much, but I'm all right. So many messages make it hard on my emotions to answer them all and type the same words. This is why I'm updating. Don't talk much about her. She texted me this morning about testing her unfaithful partner's DNA. She didn't mind before he asked for one, but now she thinks it's amazing. She urged me to send one dad because 2 will test it cheaper. I don't care the price, I simply need to know. Seeing her talk to them is unnecessary. My cheek swab visit with the lab is the only one I need. That's my Saturday plan. Results should arrive in a week. I'll take what I can get instead of her dragging this out for 20 weeks. That concludes it. I'm fine. I attempt to work every day, but I feel stuck. I miss her. Her being with him bothers me. I regret it. I want to beg her to come home sometimes. Finding out my child is with him will be worse. Unless the news breaks their relationship, I won't beg her. I won't do that with her. The locals think. After her fair companion requested a DNA test this morning, she texted me. He probably let her date and move in because she said he was the dad. You may be the parent she moved in with, and they've talked more than small talk in the showers. He wants a DNA test to prove he's the father. I guarantee he will hit her if you are the parent. If I were you, I would have divorced and replaced the locks and doors. She chose to go alone. No longer her home. A divorce may not be finalized before she gives birth, but you can get 99.9999% there. She should also inform her family that she has moved in with baby daddy, her boyfriend. She lives with baby daddy, not you, so call her there to discuss. You'd rather not. Sure, that's true too. If my child is expelled, what should I do? I'll let her return for sure. I don't want to stay married, but I can't allow her be homeless while pregnant. That you should focus on today, not tomorrow. It's hard to do. It's insane you lived with her before. Your wife moving in with her gym companion seems like a reality TV show. You managed to stay calm while living with the RV park queen who is going. You seemed like the star of your own Living with the Enemy episode. After she leaves, you may reclaim your room and mind. Indeed, things are challenging. You appear trapped until you discover your fatherhood. It appears a fair partner is experiencing the same. She's under his surveillance until he confirms it's his child. The kind of man that would break up with her regardless of my thoughts. Last word on my wife's relationship and pregnancy. It was possibly removed from the remaining infidelity sub because of hitting someone. She started dating a gym goer in September last year. She is 22 weeks pregnant. I discovered she was stealing at 17 weeks. It made me feel better that she wouldn't have a DNA test despite being confident I was the father. Our DNA test confirmed the baby is mine. My affair partner requested it. I've had many emotions, pleasant and negative. Before the results, I believed I wanted to break up with her and never have a true connection with her, but I was pleased when I got them. Before I discovered she was seeing someone else, I knew I was having a child for months. Sometimes I resent her for making me realize this is my life and what my child will grow up in. She stays with him. Our home has all her belongings. No, I won't pack her stuff. She seems only interested in taking her most valuables. She emailed me that. She's pleased I'm the parent and knows I'll be terrific. Last night, she texted baby name ideas. I don't return her calls. I just chat to her. She requested items today. My lawyer advised me not to stop her from entering the house. I said it was all right, but he shouldn't be there. With whom did she appear? The jerk boyfriend. He enters the home behind her. He and I stood in the living room while she walked upstairs to fetch something. He said she wasn't responsible for his presence. Even though she said, I don't want you to come, he did. He requested a conversation regarding, knows my situation. You don't know. He said he loves her and assumes he's not the father. He knows I won't believe him. He agreed and then tried to persuade me he wouldn't. Watch the baby instead. We'll both be in her life, so he hopes we get along. He promises her everything will be all right. He looks after her. What did he desire with a pregnant woman with a child from another? I said I didn't know. I found it unusual. I threatened to punch him if he didn't leave my house. She was watching something in the bathroom when I walked upstairs. I was upset at her and demanded why she brought him. I told her I found it odd that he wanted to be with her even though he couldn't touch my child and I wouldn't. He allegedly persuaded her to go. She loves him now, but she didn't mean to. Apparently 30-year-old women want him, not me. I can build a nursery like she did at his place. She will not seek full custody. She doesn't want to interfere with my child's life. Very kind of her. He was still in the living room. When I followed her downstairs, he was punched by me. Falling, he hit the table. She shouted, "What the F, I don't care if he calls the police." He earned it. Leaving would have prevented it. After a few hours, she texted me to apologize for today, as I instructed. That individual is good, treats me well, and cares for her. His statement was accurate. What the heck? Would he value me? My wife and he were sexing in the gym locker area? No problem, I thought. That's not possible. I want to discuss this maturely. It was my fault we fell in love. I'm not after your harm, but you won't believe it. I just want to get along. He stole my wife and child. I'm the dad, but they're building a nursery in his house? I tried not to get bored or furious. I pretended he was my trash collector. I still adore her, but I feel that way sometimes. I still want to marry her, but this is dreadful. Play the drum roll for DNA test results. The judge declares you father. She brought her side piece into your house, which is disrespectful, like a friend gathering. Talk about worsening. He clearly lied. Op, I feel your pain. You have much to go. You don't want to handle this problem without a professional lawyer. Call the big guns now. I promise you'll thank me later when you're not bothered about court filings and grieving. What will you do? Write what you think below. Thanks for attending our space today. Like, follow, and click the bell to not miss our next movie. Good day.